Shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren, teaching this word in all sincerity and truth. Shalom to the few Akwaf that listen and subscribe to this word. Shalom. It's Brother Dama Hagabar here from JMS Los Angeles with another lesson, Lord willing to edify and give you warning from Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. All right, as you can see from the title of this article, central bank digital currencies are coming whether countries are ready or not, which this is this digital slave beast system that is coming, to all countries around the world, which, and sum it up in one word, is just a system of control. And this is why you see that there's a heavy push on these people trying to restrict free speech. They're trying to restrict you from exposing the shit. They're coming through with all of these lockdowns, climate lockdowns. That's why you see all this talk of carbon tracking, travel restriction, social credit scores, universal basic incomes. All these things are all going to be embedded within this central bank digital currency system, which is basically a slave system that these devils are trying to implement all around the world. And they're going to come whether you people are ready or not. This is why eventually they're going to crash this current economy. They're going to crash this current system as we know it and as we have been normalized to, and bring in this new slave digital system to where every single thing that you do, everything that you think, everything that you eat, everywhere you go, every thought that you have will be tracked and monitored in this beast system via, a social credit score, man, where these devils will have complete and total control over you and everything that you do. Every aspect of your life will be tracked. It will be watched. It will be penalized. You'll be told whether you can go, whether you can come in, whether you can shop here, whether you can eat this, whether you can eat that, how much energy you can consume, it's just a complete, total fucking slave system, man. And it's coming whether you people are ready or not, man. Because they are gonna crash this current financial system as we know it. They are gonna get rid of these fiat dollar bills and American dollars and paper money as we know it. And they're gonna bring in this new digital system to where your money will be issued to you by the so-called government, man. And it will have restrictions. It will have limitations. You will be told what you can buy and what you cannot buy, what you can eat, what you can't eat. This is a total enslavement system. And it says what? It's coming whether you're ready or not, man. And a huge way, the huge piece of this system is giving you, restricting or allowing you to buy or sell, which is the charagma, as according to Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. All right. But I want to get to the main point of this article that I want to get into and just show you that this is exactly what this system is, And it says, well, here, the old versus the new. Like I said, they're going to crush this old system that we have been used, this old financial system, this whole system to where you can pull dollars out of your bank and and have some savings, having a bank account, putting in money, having a savings account that you can add to every month. It's not going to exist in this new digital beast system. All right. You will be given a certain amount of money, CBDCs to use a month. And once that month is up, man, if you didn't use those CBDCs, they're not going to roll over. You're not going to be able to put it in a CBDC savings account, man. That money will be, it will have time limits on it. It will be, you can only spend it on things that they say you can use it on, man. All right. And everything that you do will be rationed unto you, man. You can only have so much meat. You can only have so much bread. You can only have so much milk, so much water a month. And once you reach your so-called meat level for that month, if you try to go into the store and buy more meat, once you used up your ration of meat that you ate for that month, that CBDC or that digital money will restrict you from doing it, man. So all of these videos you see on YouTube with people, all these foodie fucking pages with people just going to all these different restaurants, eating all this food, a day of me eating Chinese food for a whole day. That shit ain't going to exist in this new world order system, man. That's why it says the old versus the new, You're not going to be vlogging and having YouTube shorts, you people just stuffing your face all day of just all these different random foods, man. That will be heavily restricted and it will be heavily rationed, man. You're only going to have whatever they deem you can have for that month, man. And it's going to be hell. It's going to be a total slave system, man. A rationing system. All right. It says the first type is just a new way for central banks to transfer money to commercial banks. This is the system that we have now. It says more specifically, some central banks are testing whether money transfers between financial institutions, in which some cases can take a day to settle, might be made safer and more efficient under a system in which central bank money is represented by digital tokens and transactions are settled on a shared distributed ledger, concepts borrowed from the cryptocurrency and blockchains. One such system is being tested by the New York Fed and a range of big U.S. banks and financial institutions, you see. So this thing is coming whether you people want it or not. It's already in the works. So that's why when they crash this old system, they're already going to have this new system already set up in place and ready to go. You know, it's going to be the only way that you're going to be able to shop, to buy or sell, to do anything. You're going to have to come into this new system, man. You know, and eventually it's going to come with the charagma attached, which is the mark of the you know what. It says the second type of CBDC is a digital version of fiat money. You see, a digital version of fiat money. What is fiat money? Your dollar bills, man. You know, that's going to be done away with. Like I said, that's why you're not going to have that. That's why you're not going to be able to have a savings account. You're not going to be able to stack no money, you know, how you can now in this current fiat system. You know, and you can have a lot of money here in this system that's unaccounted for by the government. You know, if you just out here just doing things and you just getting paid cash, and you're not putting it in the banks where they can, you know, see how much money you're bringing in and how much money you're taking out. All your money is in a fiat, in a cash form. You know, they don't know what that money is being spent on, what you're using it for, how much you have. And that's what they don't want, because why? They don't have control. Hey, look at that. A new system is coming. That's the spirit, man. You see? And that's what these devils are trying to eliminate, your ability to be somewhat independent, man, moving outside of the system. They want you locked into this new system to where there's no escape. Everything that you do will be watched. They'll be monitored. They'll be penalized. It can be controlled, man. It says the second type of CBDC is a digital version of fiat money made available to the general public through account held by a central bank or a commercial bank. You see, from the perspectives of a regular person or business, this kind of CBDC isn't any different from the electronic money in their bank accounts today. It is just a digital dollar. What makes these kind of CBDC special is that they are created and held in accounts that a central bank has direct access to. You see, they're going to have direct access to all of your so-called money, man. You're not going to be able to, operate outside of their control as far as, so-called money is concerned, man. It says, what makes these kind of CBDCs, I read that. Oh, no. What makes these kind of CBDCs special is that they are created and held in accounts that a central bank has direct access to. If another pandemic happened, for example, the Fed could just deposit stimulus checks into every U.S. citizen's digital currency account. See, so if they can automatically do that, then guess what? They can automatically take money out. That money can be controlled. That money can be time sensitive. That shit can be only spent on what they allow you to spend it on, man, which is total control. It says this type of CBDC represents a departure from the way money is created and distributed today, and that everyday people would now have accounts or wallets that contain money created by their country's central bank itself instead of by their commercial bank. It represents a profound shift for central banks from their international role as providers of money to a country's banking and financial system to connecting directly with everyday people. China's digital yuan is one such currency, and it can be used by everyday Chinese people through existing and very popular digital payments such like Alipay and WeChat Pay. India's digital rupee is an equally bold experiment in allowing the country's citizens to transact with a digital version of their currency in a way that could bypass traditional banks. You see, so you're just dealing directly with these, central banks, man. You know. They're going to move them out of the way, and it's going to be directly through the central bank, directly to the people. It says, at this point, the average person is probably wondering why in the world would billions of people have become accustomed to paying for things with the electronic payment systems already. Anyone need a digital version of their currency? Because it's all about control, man. All right, that's why. It says the answer to that question depends on the motivation of the central banker, and these motivation of these damn bankers are completely wicked and vile, man. Let me get a precept, because this is what they ultimately want to do, man, in a whole different way. Let me get this first precept. You know, they're just going to make everybody a bunch of goddamn slaves, man. You know. Oh, that's it right there. This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 7. It says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. Now, you have that in a certain extent now. Like if you go to a bank and you borrow money, you're kind of subject to that payment. You have to pay him back. You got to pay the interest rate and all that bullshit and the fucking usury that comes on top of it. But this new system that he is implementing, you're going to be totally ruled over by these goddamn central bankers, man. You see, because now you can have the option to where if you don't want to pay that shit, you don't have to pay it. You could just, they can put that debt on you, but you can still, go to a job, make money. You can still, operate outside of this system. You can still operate without having a bank account or without really being locked into that loan or that money that you borrow, man. But with this system that they're creating right now, man, hey, you're going to be ruled over completely, man. You're not going to be able to take out a loan and never, ever be able to pay it back because they'll have direct access to every dime, so-called dime or every bit of money that you make. And in this scenario, if you, are in a bad case with the government, man, hey, they can totally just not even give you CBDCs, at least now if you, like, for instance, if you owe the IRS money, you can still, in this old system, you can still hustle. You can still barter, do things for cash. They say if you if you're like a mechanic or you're a barber or you have means to make money outside of outside of you having a bank account where money is being deposited, or where you're working an actual legitimate 9-to-5 job to where, you get paid a paycheck and it goes to the bank, you can still operate outside of that system. In this old system, you can just, be a mechanic and just get paid cash, just doing jobs for people without the banks or you paying taxes on that money. But in this new digital beast system, that's not going to exist, man. You're going to be total ruled over by these fucking international bankers, by these elites, by these damn devils, man. See, and this is where everything is headed. This is what they're trying to bring about. It says many who study digital currencies argue that at the most basic level, a digital currency is all about control. No shit. That's exactly what it's all about, man. It says the rise of cryptocurrencies, which are another form of digital money, but one isn't controlled by a government or other central authority, and the potential of one's national digital currency to eat away at the dominance of others have driven interest in official digital currencies. You see? It says, there's a worry that if we don't launch a digital currency, this is bullshit right here, in the U.S. or Europe, China will set all the standards for them, and then we'll be at a disadvantage. No, China ain't controlling shit, all right? This whole system is being set up by these elites and will be used by these elites, man. They're in the driver's seat. They're going to control exactly how it moves and how it operates. They're just saying that as an illusion. Like, oh, we got to beat China. We got to do it because then China will have control. That's bullshit. All right, because these elites, these Edomites are going to have control over all of it. They're just allowing these Chinese to, get down with this system and, be the, the model for how, this shit is going to work. It says what central bankers and other interested parties like the Biden White House, which let me see something. No, it's not what I want. Let me jump down here, man. It says less privacy. On the other hand, the potential downsides of a digital currency, even one initially intended for only the most benign purposes, could be profound. First, there's the obvious issue of privacy. Yeah, you're not going to have any fucking privacy, man. It says a digital currency could allow governments to track here's the point, to track every transaction a person makes, no matter how minute. This level of transparency would be a powerful disincentive to using these currencies for crime or fraud, but it could also open the door to new kinds of social control. You see, that's what it's just all about, man. It's all about social control. This is why this old system has to be done away with. It takes away your so-called financial freedom. You being able to side hustle, you being able to, have income and stack money and buy houses and buy this and travel and, have the ability to buy real estate, sell real estate, buy you a house, buy cars. None of that shit is going to exist in this new system. You're not going to have enough money or be given enough currency to do these things, to move independently, man. All right. Everything that they give you will be so-called government issued, man. You will own nothing. Klaus Schwab said it. You will own nothing and you will love it, man, because that's where they're taking the shit. It says this level of transparency will be powerful disincentive using these currencies. Oh, no, I read that. It says, but it could also open the door for new kinds of social control, especially in countries with already scant protection for human rights. And this is why they're going so hard on freedom of speech. This is why they're doing things like trying to have climate lockdowns, COVID lockdowns. You know, they're trying to shut up free speech. They're labeling anybody that speaks outside of the narrative extremist and insiders of riotous content, seed theorists and all this bullshit, because they don't, they're trying to put a lock on it now, so that when this new system is issued, you're already trained and you already know what you can and cannot say and what you can and cannot do, and they're gonna solidify it by locking you into this digital beast system, man, with them having all control. It says, for example, says Dr. Prasad, a government could make it possible to spend the digital currencies on things the ruling party deems problematic, like alcohol or pornography. You see? Let's read that again. It says a government could make it impossible to spend the digital currency on things the ruling party deems problematic, like alcohol or pornography. Yeah. Or if they don't want you to have meat, you can't have meat. If they feel like you're consuming too much wheat or bread or whatever, these CBDCs can be controlled to where they can restrict you from doing that, man. So it's just a total slave system, man. And it says what? This is coming whether you're ready or not, man. And they're kind of already training you people to think this way. It says the government also could make transacting with certain people difficult or impossible. Yeah, so you're not, like, for instance, like I said earlier, now if you're a barber, you can just cut hair. Or if you're a mechanic, you can, have somebody who has car problems. You can just go straight to them and you can fix their car and they'll just pay you cash right there. You can transact with this old system, but in this new system, you won't be able to do that, man, because you won't be able to pay them any money. You won't be able to transfer a CBDC to, your neighbor or somebody that does you a favor or somebody that does this. Transactions will be controlled by this damn devil, man. You won't be able to wiggle or move outside of its control. It says China already has a social credit system that ranks citizens algorithmically and punishes them in various ways, man. Like I said, you'll be punished in real time, man. This devil, I think he's going to be God through this digital technology. And this is what they're gradually going to lead you people into. See, it says throughout history, I think you see many examples where you see tech that seems very benign get perverted and so much more malign uses. Right. That's why, everything is going digital. All of these major, huge companies like Google and these different tech companies, they're all on board. They're already brought and paid for, man. They're watching you. They're censoring you. They're labeling you. They're, getting like a digital blueprint on you, what you like, what you don't like, the videos you watch, the type of person that you are. And they're loading it up all in this database so that when the time comes, they're going to be able to come at you in a particular way. It says even less malign applications of digital currencies could lead to all sorts of unintended consequences. One, which the crypto industry has run afoul of many times in recent past, is that more complex and capable designers of a digital currency make their system, the greater the possibility that it could be manipulated in ways its designers didn't anticipate. Because these things are all fucking controlled, man. They're setting all these different systems up to be control based, man. For you to be a slave and for them to be the rulers over you, man. But that was the main point of that article I wanted, man. So you can see these CBDCs are being set up. It's just a system of control. It's a slave system, man. And that's why, our people are going to have to pretty soon make a decision. Are you going to, serve this beast system? Allow him to put that charagma in you, or are you gonna say no, and choose Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai? All right, because time is gonna come to where we're gonna have to totally detach ourselves from this system and not get on board with this shit, and we're gonna have to suffer many things, man. We're gonna be ostracized. We're gonna be separated from this society because we're not gonna get down with this system. We're not gonna allow this man to put that charagma in us. So we're gonna have to be out here just rolling out on faith. And this one way the devil is going to get you people is by attacking your flesh, by, not allowing you to eat or to buy or sell or to go to this store or go to that store, be restricted because you're not part of this system and this society. That's what's going to cause a lot of people to lose their mind and to get weak and to go to this man, and allow him to put this charagma in him, man. But like I said, this is just nothing more than a system of control. And this is where things are headed, man. So it says what? Proverbs chapter 14, verse 31, it says, he that oppresseth the poor reproach of his maker. Because what this devil is doing, this whole new world order system is completely wicked and insidious, and it's it's not the way that the Lord created man to live upon this earth. But this devil is doing his own thing, man. He's trying to set himself up as God. He believes that he's the Most High, that he has a better way of ruling over societies and over people, and it's totally wicked, man. And he's doing it by he's going to oppress everybody. He's going to make it's only going to be poor or rich in this man's future system, man. And guess what? All of you people that's not part of the club will be the poor, and you will be oppressed as hell through this digital system, man. As you can see, all the restrictions. It's going to restrict you from doing a lot of things, and you can only be able to do what this government tells you to do. And it's going to be very vile and very wicked, and it's going to cause a lot of people to be destroyed, go crazy, and all type of shit, man. It says, but he that honoreth him have mercy on the poor, which shows you that this man is wicked. He don't want to have mercy on you poor. And who's the poor ultimately is you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You tribes, man. You're the poor, you're the fatherless, you're the widow. And this devil is about to come down with great wrath in these last days to try to implement this beast system. It says the wicked is driven away in his wickedness, but the righteous have hope in his death. You see, so this devil is going to be destroyed, man. But before his destruction comes, he's going to bring in this system. He's going to try to force it upon everybody. And he's going to try to present it as salvation and as peace and the answer to all of our problems. Just trust me and get down with this system. Little do you know, you're being set up for a trap, man, to be digitally enslaved, ruled over, oppressed, made a zombie. You're going to be injected. You're going to be, you're going to have to do things that you wouldn't ordinarily, if you had the choice to make, wouldn't do. But he's going to leave you no option but to do what he tells you to do, man. It's just a system of control through and through, man. It says, well, this is Revelation 6:4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red. That red horse represents power, and that red represents Esau, Edom, the devil, the so-called white man, and his whole system. It says, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, which this devil has been doing this ever since he's gotten the rulership. He's been raping, robbing, manipulating, using different type of legislations and his military to control and to take peace from people. But with this new digital beast system, man, this is going to be the ultimate way he's going to take peace from the earth, man. Everything is going to be subjugated and brought under this digital wicked system, man. And there ain't going to be no peace, though he's going to present it as peace and salvation. It's going to be total hell on all you people. Google 15-minute cities, man. It's going to lock you people in to these smart cities and these smart grids to where you ain't going to be going nowhere, man. Meanwhile, they're going to be jet setting. They're going to be driving cars, flying on private jets while you're going to be fucking restricted and locked down to a 15 city mile radius, man. Being controlled and ruled over and oppressed and catching all type of hell, man. It says to take peace from the earth and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword, which is Esau, And his sword comes in many, many ways, man. This new digital beast system is a sword. The way that he basically everything that he puts his hand on, he weaponizes it and uses it to oppress and to destroy and to kill every goddamn body, man. And this new digital beast system ain't no different, man. It ain't no different. No, it's not what I wanted. But, hey, it's all going to come to an end, man, because everything is all being done to the tune of prophecy, and this devil will be destroyed, man. But, I'm just doing this lesson, just showing you that, look, this shit is coming, whether you people want to believe it or not, man. He's about to come down with this great wrath, man. He's about to come and try to lock everything down, man. But we know his end is going to be destruction, man. All right. Here we go. Then, this is 2 Ezra 11:36. And then I heard a voice which said unto me, look before thee and consider the thing that thou seest. And I beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion chased out of the wood. And I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle and said, which this is the judgment upon Esau, the judgment upon, this revised Roman Empire, and the beast, which is America, NATO, and the EU, man. It says, hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, art not thou it that remainest of the fourth beast, which that fourth beast in the book of Daniel was the Roman Empire, which we know, according to prophecy, it had its wound, but it wasn't, it wasn't unto death. And that fourth beast was revised as this American, as America, NATO, and the EU, this beast system, which makes up the revised Roman Empire. It says, are not thou it that remainest of the fourth beast, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them. Right, because we're living in the end of this revised Roman Empire, the end of the rule of Esau Edom. It says, and the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. You see, because this revised Roman Empire, America, NATO, and the EU, now has control over the whole compass of the earth, which the ancient Roman Empire only ruled the earth. The old, the old world, the ancient world. They didn't have control over the Americas and over all these, the whole compass of the earth. Just they had control of that region at that time. But now, this revised Roman Empire has gained control over the whole earth, man. That's why you see, how America has the control and the policy to, come up against all these different nations around the world, man. Via America, NATO, and the EU. It says, over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression, and so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. You see? And that's all this devil's been doing, man. And now with this, as we come to the end of this place, this whole new digital system, this beast system is the cherry on top. Is the final attempt of him to bring in, like I said, this wicked oppression of this oppressive digital slave system he's trying to implement, man. It says, for the earth hast thou not judged with truth. For thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable, thou hast loved liars, and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and have cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm, which is America, NATO and the EU. That whole beast system as a whole is guilty of all of this, man. And like I said, in these last days, now they're trying to crown their enterprise with success with these CBDCs and this digital beast system. It says, therefore is thy wrongful dealings come up into the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. Right, because the devil is really, setting himself up to be utterly destroyed, man. He's thinking he's about to snare and entrap everybody into the system. But little do he know, in the midst of it, this is when Yahweh Shai is going to return and destroy his ass, man. It says, the highest also have looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. You see, so what he's attempting to do with this, beast system has to be fulfilled. He has to attempt it. He has to try to come and make it happen on the earth before he's destroyed. It says, and therefore appear no more thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor all thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all of thy vain body, which is basically America, NATO, and the EU, to sum it up in quick words, this whole system, this whole empire, this whole wicked, organization that the system that this devil has created is all going to be fucking destroyed, man. It's going to be burnt and given over to the fiery flame and judged by Yahweh Shai at his return. It says that all the earth may be refreshed, you see. And that's why when this devil is taken out, the earth is going to be refreshed. A righteous rulership is going to be established. All of this pollution and bullshit and GMOs and, wicked technology and sodomy and pedophilia and all of this witchcraft and bullshit that he has established in this earth is all going to be done away with. And it's just going to be refreshed in righteousness and truth and, the wisdom, knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai will reign upon the earth, which therefore will make this earth a paradise again. It says, that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence. You see, remember that red horse I read in Revelation 6:4, which is Esau, through his violence, man. That's how he took peace from the earth, man, on every effing level, man. It says, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her, right? And that's ultimately what's going to happen at the end of the day. But we know this devil is about to come through and come down with this shit right here, man, which is his total system of control, him trying to totally establish himself as a god through technology and oppress and enslave all of humanity and have control over everything, over the minds of the people and everything that you can do, trying to establish himself as a god, man. But he will be destroyed. He will be judged. But we're just letting you know that this shit is coming, whether you people believe it or not. And he's going to have a little bit of success for it at a time, but then eventually he's going to be destroyed, man. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, you were edified. Call hello, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Put the spirit on me and do this lesson. Until the next one, Shalom.